And I keep getting stronger.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and all eyes are on the Jaguars' sure-handed tight end. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Jags and the Blues, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Blues. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 22.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Blues use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone. Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at about the 1. The road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick six. So dealing with this deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from the ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Ross. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 20 carries, 126 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got a first down. That's his first catch. Remember, he's the NFL leader in that category at the midway point. Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. This complete to Jones.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Blues take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but You're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw here. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And now out come the Jags. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Ross. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ross. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Complete to number 81. Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Blues go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ross off the play fake. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Here's Ross to throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2nd and 11. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To throw is Ross. On 1st and 10. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Number 36 on the carry. The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Ross now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now Ross looking to throw on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Blues are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ross. And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ross. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin with, let's call it a testy-est rivalry in the NFL today. Cincinnati playing host to Pittsburgh in the AFC North. And they've gone to the half with the score 14-7. The Steelers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. We head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. The Bulldogs try and hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Ravens in that one at halftime. The Ravens trying to finish that one off and claim victory. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for our home team, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 now.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime in trying to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Complete to number 34. A 3-yard pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 6. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Blues take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Looking to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Blues have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Complete to number 18. A gain of 16 yards. And the Jaguars.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Ross throwing on 1st down. It's complete to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Here's Ross to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To To throw is Ross on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He completes it to Jones.
Complete to number 85. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 23-yard run. And the Blues add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Ross now on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ross. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Ross. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now Ross looking to throw on 2nd down.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Ross on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Here's Ross to throw on 2nd down. Got his man. It's Williams.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
To throw is Ross. Throwing on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10. Once again from the 28. To throw again. Ross.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. The 40. The 20. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Ross now on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down. Ross. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Ross. And a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ross. That is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Ross. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
And he stopped immediately there. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Illegal block in the back.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Ross looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Ross. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Ross on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Ross. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Ross.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ross over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And it's caught. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Illegal block in the back.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play for